LLC, a newly formed consulting and development firm. He is currently consulting state and public service commissions on the development of renewable energy portfolios. Prior to working as a consultant, Yoni worked at DPR Construction in Atlanta, where he managed the talent improvement and large-scale construction projects, and where he served as DPR's Atlanta's guru, heading up the DPR's lead services and sustainability program in the Southeast. Yoni's projects include the Saniva project, here in Gwinnett, Georgia's first solar cell manufacturing facility. Prior to working with DPR, Yoni developed a reputation for environmental professionalism through work that he performed at Berry Construction, Danvers, Massachusetts, and through his strong background working with to support environmental policy legislation in the U.S. and abroad. Yoni holds a bachelor's degree in economics from Brown University and is lead accredited professional.
Thank you, Ulfa. And thank you all. Can you hear me if I put the microphone like this? All right. Anyway, thank you guys for being here today. We have a really interesting panel of experts, and they're going to be speaking about the Smart Workspace. So what do we mean by that? We're talking about the sustainable work environment. Well, when we talk about sustainability, we talk about the responsible use of natural resources, in curbing ecological decline, and in finding balance to ensure that our long-term well-being is ensured and that of our environment. But we're also talking about enabling the long-term health and well-being of our society and indeed of our businesses. The Earth is a balance sheet of natural resources, and over the long term, a business's ability to maintain healthy revenue and profit margins depends on its own sustainable use of those resources. Some attributes that are relevant to the sustainably built environment include average energy efficiency of 25 to 30% greater than a baseline, much lower emissions due to better building materials and source controls, significantly better lighting quality, including more daylighting, and generally improved thermal comfort and better ventilation. While much of the talk about green building and sustainability focuses on issues related to upfront cost and integrated design processes, which are still difficult for the industry to really grasp, let me put a few thoughts on the table. What we're speaking about when we speak about the Smart Workplace is really how we create a workplace that enables owners and managers to reduce their maintenance and operations costs, decrease their carbon footprint, and yes, optimize employee performance. The last point is what I'm going to spend the next minute or so focusing on. According to a recent EPA report, people spend 90% of their time indoors, and the concentration of pollutants indoors is typically higher than outdoors, sometimes by as much as 10 or even 100 times greater. Companies spend on average 60% of their total overhead on labor. The costs of these poor indoor environmental and air quality, including higher absenteeism and increased respiratory ailments, allergies, and asthma, are hard to measure, especially in how they impact businesses, and have generally been hidden in sick days, unemployment insurance, and medical costs. 2 studies of over 11,000 workers in 107 European buildings analyzed the health effects of worker-controlled temperature and ventilation. These reports rely in large part on recent meta-studies that screened tens or hundreds of other studies and have evaluated and synthesized their findings. In these studies, 4 attributes were associated with green design: increased ventilation control, increased temperature control, increased lighting control, and increased daylighting. These were all found to be positively and significantly correlated with higher levels of worker productivity. Increases in tenant control over ventilation, temperature, and lighting each provide measured benefits of anywhere from 0.5% up to 34%, with average measured workforce productivity gains of 7.1% due to lighting control, 2% due to ventilation control, and 1.2% with thermal control. Additionally, daylighting has been found to significantly improve worker productivity. Now I'm just going to run through one quick case study to put this into perspective. The Rocky Mountain Institute analyzed the case of Verifone in Irvine, California. Verifone went through a major renovation of their existing headquarters in Irvine. And this renovation included the installation of expansive daylight features, a double filtered air supply, use of low VOC materials, and several other features which are associated with high performance buildings. Subsequent to this project, Verifone saw their utility costs drop from on average $1.54 per square foot to 43 cents per square foot. And they witnessed a 47% drop in absenteeism. We're also talking about how to bring the right people to your organization. Attracting and retaining the best employees can be linked to the quality of benefits that workers receive, including the physical environment. The high-performance workplace is designed to be healthier and more enjoyable working environment. Today we have 3 panelists who are going to discuss that. Our first is John Cantrell from HOK. HOK is a leading architecture and design firm that specializes in planning, design, and delivery solutions for buildings and communities. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Excellent. Do you want to do it? Go back there. Through its